Today is Friday, January 21st. Our message today is my inner child teaches me how to relax and just enjoy life to the fullest. And isn't that the truth, right? I hope that's how it goes. It is Friday. I started the semester this week. We had to start virtually just as a precaution, but there's still a lot going on in the world. But we are 3 weeks into the year, and except for that little hiccup I had on the 18th, I have not, and I didn't skip that day either. I just recorded it so many times. So anyways, today though, January 21st is National Hug Day. Hug, human contact and hugging has proven health benefits. They say just hugging or even 10 minutes of hand holding can reduce stress and its negative side effects. So today is a chance to show family and friends, or perhaps a special someone, how much they mean to you with a warm embrace and the snuggle. My son is like almost 6'3". He's about to start driving, and at the end of the day, that kid is a kid, and he is super cute, and he'll say, can I get a snuggle? Can I get a hug? Whenever he's having a bad day. So it's super cute. I'll definitely have to make sure I extra hug him today on Hug Day. So today we're going to do this hug spread, right? We're going to, get to hugging, hug a friend, a family member. Make sure it should always be welcomed and well received. I think we all know that. So today, let's take a peek into how it is that hugging connects us to other people and what we should know about that. I am going on, so today's the 21st. I'm on my third day of using these organized spheres, the chakra organized spheres from Michelle at Wing and Bell. I am really vibing with the energy that they're, I love these in general, but for readings, I'm really starting to like the connection of, as I'm doing, I'm asking questions, I'm casting the cards, and as I'm laying them down, I'm really enjoying that extra layer of how we can connect it to our different chakras and what that informs the cards, like an additional message that I was really drawn to do. So with that, let's get started. So right here at the root, we have, who do I want to hug? Your family, your friends, those in your community, but really your family. This is, I say for those in the community, not all of us live, or have access to our families or even our closest friends, but, we may live far from them, but hopefully we've been able to build community where we live. So who do you want to hug? And that is those closest and dearest to you. And you should. And if you can't get to them, I would say call them or text them. FaceTime them if you can, and tell them that you are sending them virtual hugs. There's even a little hug emoji, so you can send one of those, because that is who you are thinking about today. Who wants to hug me? Ooh, Page of Cups. Page of Cups is an offer of, bringing that love, that, what is the offer of the hug. So who wants to hug you? I am getting the sense that I'm getting two messages here. One is, for some of you, you do have a bit of a secret admirer out there that really would like to hug you today. And so maybe, it's a secret admirer, so I don't know that you would know this. You might have an inclination of who it might be. So maybe you bring up that today is Hug Day, and they feel courageous to go ahead and offer you that cup, with the fish inside, right? That abundance of the never-ending feast of loaves and fish. And so you have that cup that's being offered, that hug. For others of you, it's a younger sort of energy. So it could also be that who wants to hug you? Your kids, maybe your grandchildren, your children, younger siblings. Maybe you work at schools. I'm getting a message like, if you're around younger children, they may need a hug today. And we're definitely in a situation where we're not, we're maintaining a distance, we're wearing masks. So there are some younger energy, some little ones around you that are missing that human contact. So while maintaining safety and all of the precautions, maybe there's another way today to express that warmth that comes from a hug, and that is who is calling to you to hug them today. How do I get them? How do I get them in my arms? See, so who wants to hug me? Then it's how do I get them in my arms? This is good because for that energy that I'm feeling around children, let's see. Oh no, well, okay. Here we go. How do I get them in my arms? I am afraid to say that I don't know that we do today on this National Hug Day. I think this is really telling us that we need to maintain our boundaries and our distance. This sort of transcends where we are in the world. It's a global situation that we are all experiencing. And so I think that how you get them in your arms in this moment, I think it's more about expressing the emotions behind that that touch. Now I know I did say human contact, right, is proven to reduce stress, but I think at least I know I have come up with, it doesn't replace that human contact, that physical touch, but I also find that during these times, just that phone call, that text, having, if it's an elder in your family that may not know how to do technology and the phones and all of that, having, really having the patience to explain to them how to do it. I've actually sent phones and things, that have that ability. I've taken out old tablets and old computers that we just had lying around that had cameras, and we're like sending them out to people, and then really taking our time. We've really come to appreciate time and how little of it we have. And so how do we maintain a present state while being able to reach many? And so I think what this 10 of Swords is telling us is that how you're going to get, who, wants to hug you, who you want to hug into your arms may not be physically possible. It may not be the best idea given the times that we find ourselves in, but it's definitely with the sword energy of how our minds work. I would say that this is definitely telling us that we need to put our thinking caps on and think of innovative, creative ways to convey those emotions, that sentiment that comes behind a hug. So how can you use, technology, maybe, write a letter, do a card. Maybe I've gone through my phone and I have found like old pictures. I mean, I had something like 20,000 pictures from it was a decade of pictures on my phone. And I started going through them, and if I found a picture of, me with somebody that I haven't seen in a decade, or even more so, if I saw a picture of a mother-daughter, or a son and the father, or siblings, like just if I saw a picture, I wasn't in it, but it was, at a party, at an event, and I took a picture of a couple of people, then I'm texting that to one of them or both if I have their numbers, and I'm saying, look, I found this picture, it really made me think of the two of you. I hope, or the three of you, or your family, I hope everyone is doing well. And what I have found every time, without exception, I have heard back, thank you so much for sharing that. I haven't seen my dad in, a year. I haven't been able to see my mom, or I haven't seen my siblings, or I haven't, we can't see each other, but oh my gosh, I remember, and I'm thinking about this particular event that you just sent me a picture of, and oh my gosh, I remember it. I can, our memories have this ability to really connect through all of our, and have our energy really flow through a memory, and it can connect us down to remembering what it smelled like, what it sounded like, what it looked like, and we really, that feeling really gets invoked within us. So I really think that, what this is telling us, this is, our solar plexus, what lies in our belly, right? How do you get to hug somebody? How do you get someone in your arms today? The 10 of Swords is really reminding us to maintain our distance, to maintain the boundaries that we've been asked to at this time, so that we can get back to hugging each other. And so in the interim, really be innovative, think about creative ways that you can reach out and spark that memory in someone that makes you feel like you're right there. It's not going to replace it, but I think we make do with what we have, and we are resilient, and we are capable of showing empathy and compassion and the warmth of a hug, even in these, different times and in these different ways. So I definitely think that is what this 10 of Swords here is reminding us. And as I'm doing this, I don't know if it's going to show in the shot, but this big ray of light just came through the window, blinding me a little bit, but also reminding me that we are all, connected through the energy of the sun. Will this hug lead to something more? Okay, well, if we're talking about, is there a special somebody that you want to hug? Let's see. And this is a heart space too. So will a hug lead to something more? And it's the Four of Cups. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, look, this person is here. They have these three cups, but this hand from the sky, this hand of God, the spirit hand is offering another cup, a new cup, right? Like this Page of Cups energy here. I'm going to say that if there is someone out there that you are interested in and you're wondering if, and we're not, this is more like the story we're telling ourselves because we understand that we're not going to maybe get a physical hug today. It's not, especially if this is a crush or somebody you're seeing from afar and you're not sure how to. I would say, again, with their sort of, they've got these other cups and they seem less than interested at the time. I would take it following this 10 of Swords and the theme of this particular spread around hugging. I would take this as, could it lead to something more? Yes, when the time is right. Like he's got his arms folded. He's not reaching for this cup that's being offered, right? This potential new hug that is coming into his life at this time. But he does have other cups. So it's not as if he is completely against a hug or taking a cup. I just think this is not the moment. So, and I don't think the message I'm getting is not that it's you per se. I think it's just that this isn't the right time and space and place to have this hug occur. But don't lose faith down the line. Why not? What does this person mean to me? And we have this 8 of Pentacles. So what this person means to you, I'm really getting the sense of you met this person either at school or at work, and they may be more ahead of, if it's in school, they may be, like they're more further along the school where you're at. So like if you're in college, maybe they're almost done, or they're in graduate school, and maybe you're you're starting out college. If I'm not sure, I'm not really getting a super young age here, but it could be, if they're upperclassmen and you're not. If it's at work, they may be in a more authoritative position or just a higher ranking position than you are. And so to you, they really represent, working hard towards that possibility of evening the playing ground. So you're working towards having that same position as them, or they're, I'm getting a message that, or they're actually the ones. It could be that you have a crush on your boss, or even no, I'm getting boss. Like it could be that you have a crush on a boss, and maybe it is reciprocal in some. And okay, so I'm getting this message that it could be that you have like a crush on a boss, and they're keeping. This is why they're not, extending their hug to you at this time, because of that power dynamic, that hierarchy in your relationship that may seem, that may be looked at as inappropriate in your workplace. And so we'll finish the other cards to see how this whole thing comes together. But you definitely see them as like working towards, this is very rooted in career or schooling. It for maybe one person, I'm getting that you met this person in school, like in particular trade school or professional school, graduate school. And so what they mean to you is this early journey that you worked on together, to get to this family place. So for some of you, that's what it means. And then for you, the message I'm getting here is that currently, for whatever reason, and I really think it has to do with the times we're living in, you're separated. Not because you're separated, but right now sort of there's a distance. Maybe they can't travel. Maybe they're stuck somewhere and they traveled for work, or you did and you can't get home. And so as you're watching this and it's National Hug Day, you're really feeling that you're feeling it like this really painful moment that you can't be with this, and you're remembering what they mean to you. And like you're having, like I was talking about, those memories, and you're sort of living that past how you met, how you came together, and they mean so much to you because they really are part of that foundation that you work towards to get this really beautiful, family together that you want to hug, right? Today, that that's who you want to hug today, and that's what they mean. For others of you, like I said, the message right here is more so that there is a crush with someone that is probably in a boss, in a just a higher position over yours, and so you may be working towards that, and at some point you could be colleagues and be in a more equal playing field in regards, but right now they're definitely not open, they're not accepting that because it would be an inappropriate exchange, right? And it could, lead to some misunderstandings. And so that's what this message is here. Are we more than friends? Well, let's see. Are we more than friends? So we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So yeah, two messages, right? For some, it is that, you want to hug your family today and you can't. There's a distance right now. You're reminiscing over why you're apart from them. And so you are more than friends, and you are this queen to this family, unit. You are in that position, you hold it down. You make sure that, you're financially stable in your own right. Like you had built your career to, so almost simultaneous to your partner. And so, you are more than friends, and their well-being, this family unit's well-being is very important to you. It's what you worked hard for. It's what you work to maintain. It's why you're so rooted and grounded, and how you manage everything. You're financially stable, you're loyal, you're committed to this family unit. You are definitely more than friends, if that is your message. For the other message, right, is, are you more than friends? And it's more of a no. It really reemphasizes this structure. This person is a level up in terms of work. It could be they have more money, they have a higher position, they're a little more financially stable, they're a little more grounded, they may have their own family, and so, but this is someone that you want to hug, for whatever reason, for our heart wants what the heart wants, they say, right? And so that is what's happening. And so you are not more than friends because of these like boundaries that obstacles, right, that have been placed in your way. And so you do see this person in this like this queen, right, like this higher position than this sort of apprentice where you are, right? And so that is that you are not more than friends, and they have a little more to do maybe with your livelihood than you would maybe like. Should I pursue this relationship? Let's see. So we have the 5 of Cups here. And, should you pursue this relationship again at this time? And this is, I'm getting, again, there are 2 very clear messages. For those of you that have this, this happily ever after card, this depicts, right, physical affection as both a couple and children. And there's, a lot of intimacy here, and physical contact is displayed, right? This is who you wanted to hug. So for some of you, this, should you pursue this relationship? Well, not in this moment, but here's your family. Everyone's still here right behind you. You're just feeling like, those 3 cups, it's almost like you kicked them over. You're upset because you're far away. There's a distance right now for whatever reason. You might need to be isolated or quarantined for whatever is going on, or someone in your family is. And so there's a real heaviness around that. And you just need to remember this. Remember who you all are as a family unit. How, remembering, how it is that, what they meant to you, how you got to, to have all of this, who you are to them. And so don't focus on this current energy. This energy is quickly moving through anyway. So you shouldn't try not to dip seat too long in this emotion, right? This is our head. This is our crown. Don't overthink this distance and these situations right now. They're passing. You still have your family standing behind you. Like, it's still there. that hasn't changed, and it may seem maternal right now, but it isn't going to be. So don't let that, try to focus on the good and staying present and as to why. For some of you, on the other hand, this is saying, no, this is not the relationship you should pursue. Like I said, you know, going back to this, you know, who wants to hug me? This very strong presence here of this 10 of Swords. This is a betrayal as well. And so if you are in this apprentice position, right? This is how, you know, what this person means to you. Could be a professor, a teacher, a boss, you know, someone in, you know, that has something that can impact your livelihood. And, you know, and this is like, how do you get your arms around them? Like you don't, right? Because maybe they already have a family, they're already involved in some way, shape, or form. And this is what's coming through here, right? You know, will this lead to more? No, they're not accepting of this, you know. But they do reside, there is something that they can influence your livelihood. So I would really be cautious about that, and definitely not pursue that. Instead, focus on who wants to hug you. You have a new, you know, new energy that wants to hug you, that wants to offer something, and you need it. You will only be open to receiving this if you can get out of this energy, you know. And like I said, for the other person, this is like, I'm getting a really heavy feeling of, not a heavy feeling, but a strong message that it is like your children, it is your family. For whatever reason, you were just separated from them right now. And so I would say, take really good care of yourself, stay focused, stay present. You will get back to them. So what should I know that I don't know? So our final card here, is there anything that you should know that you don't? Okay, this one wants to come out, that you don't know. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Or well, let's see. I'm going to put it right here. The Six of Swords. So for those that are just currently separated from your family, you know your kids want to hug you. You want to hug your family. You have this really great story. You are their queen. There are some obstacles right now. The Six of Swords is saying you will get to your destination sooner rather than later. Whatever barrier obstacle has been placed in front of you, you're going to hop on that boat and you're going to get to this family, the friends, the community, so you can hug them again soon. The voyage has started. It will be happening. For the others of you that are stuck in, you know, this wanting this family, you know, to hug, and maybe not seeing this new offer coming in, but being caught up in what really feels like not the most appropriate of dynamics due to a power dynamic. What you should know is that you too can get on this boat and go towards a calmer shore where, look who's waiting. Let's see if I can pick this up. Look who's waiting, right? If this is you and here's the shore out in the horizon, look who's waiting. It's someone new, someone that has an offer for you, that's love, and it's new and it's exciting and it's just for you. They don't have other cups that are there. They're not, you know, they don't have like other things that would be obstacles, and they're not impeding on your livelihood. So what you need to know is that this other energy that you might be really stuck in your head over, that this is the one you want to hug and this is what you wanted, you know, for whatever they might have said or promised or in a recent past, it's no longer, and you should not worry about that, because you have a way out. You're going to see the clarity to get on that boat and go towards, and when you and to get out of this, you know, quasi relationship situation. And when you do, on the other side is this Page of Cups. So that's what we have today for National Hug Day, January 21st. If you are at home and you have people at home with you that are part of your pod, go ahead and make sure you hug them today. And everyone else, I will see you tomorrow, January 22nd.